I was introduced to Cadrianu and the Legion of St. Michael the Archangel through an American friend of mine who was studying and teaching in Bucharest, who is also a nationalist, and he brought me a copy of For My Legionaries. And from the point of reading For My Legionaries, I then read the Nest Leader's Manual and the Prison Notes, the writings of Corneliu Cadrianu, and that became a major inspiration to me. And it's also inspired our movement to understand that you as an individual are part of a nation with a history. You have a duty to your ancestors and all future generations to have patriotism, nationalism, and to fight to cultivate virtue and a future for your identity and your culture, and also identifying the elements within society that poison your society, that make it immoral, that tear it down, of globalization and of liberalism. So this helped me identify really in myself my worldview. So I thank Cadrianu and all the members of the Legion for being able to be an inspiration not only to Romanians over the past 100 years, but also to your compatriots in America.
When did you embrace that religion?
I am a convert from Catholicism to Orthodox Christianity about 4 years ago officially. It's been about a 7-year process, and I must say that Cadrianu and the Iron Guard was one of the inspirations that brought me towards Orthodoxy as the truest expression of the Christian faith, one that would survive 2,000 years, persecution by the communists, occupation by the Turks, but still Orthodoxy holds true to our values, and it keeps the people strong. It keeps them moral, and it keeps them grounded on faith, family, and nation. So my conversion to Orthodoxy was done by, of course, my faith, but also my politics and my faith are inseparable from it.
Where did you become an Orthodox? In which country? Here in Europe or there in America?
Here in the United States, but I was married with my wife, who is also an American, in Romania, because if you're going to have an Orthodox wedding, you might as well have it in really the heartbeat of Orthodoxy in the world. I was married in Bucharest in a beautiful church, and the faith of the people in Bucharest, and especially in the rural regions, was very inspirational to see the babushkas crossing themselves whenever they would pass a church, and even see that amongst the young people, and the piousness and the faith inspired me, because in America, we live in a very secular country. It's a very decadent country, and to see even amongst the youth, the flame of Orthodoxy, it's still alive in Romania, was a huge inspiration to me and to my wife.
Where exactly here in Bucharest did you marry? Which church? You said something about the old city?
Yes. It was a very beautiful church. It was near the center of Bucharest. I would have to look at my marriage certificate to remember exactly what the name was, but it is pretty interesting to be the only American that I know to have a marriage certificate written in Romanian.
Did you been baptized in Orthodox religion, or how did you convert?
Yes, when I became an Orthodox Christian, I was rebaptized as Orthodox. I was raised Catholic, but when I became Orthodox, I was rebaptized into the Orthodox faith. And that was really putting myself forward as wanting to be Orthodox for the rest of my life, and knowing that it is the true faith, and that's what I want. That's what I'm raising my children as. I have 2 sons, both of whom are baptized into the Orthodox faith.
I also saw on your Facebook page that you know about Father Justinian Pârvu. What can you tell us about him? What did you read?
The sacrifices that he made of the persecutions and his dedication to the faith, the dedication to his nation, never wavered. And the inspiration that we see not only in him, but in other members of the Legion and Romanian nationalists throughout history, that even under intense persecutions, when I've read works by the communists under Ceausescu, that they said that it was the members of the Legion that even under horrific torture would never break. They would never renounce their faith. They would never renounce their belief.
What can you tell us about the events that happened 3 days ago in Charlestonville? What is your opinion about what happened there?
Communist and anarchist mobs that came with flamethrowers, they came with knives, they came with bleach, they came with paint, they came with pepper spray, and they attacked us for our defense of our heritage, our identity, and our future. So it was a very successful event. We achieved all of our objectives. It was very powerful to see so many nationalists standing together, but it was very telling that the government, the police, and the anarchists and communists worked together to attack us, to restrict our rights. To the death that happened, the man that drove his car and killed that woman, as tragic as that situation is, if you watch the video, his vehicle had been struck with baseball bats and poles by the anarchist mob that were chanting, "Kill the Nazis."
How many of you are there that believes in Zelea Codranu?
Thousands of us here in the United States. The nationalist movement is incredibly inspired by Codranu. His book has been sold tens of thousands of copies here in the United States. They actually just published another new edition of For My Legionaries, the third in only a few years, because it has sold so well.
I saw also that you have a t-shirt with Codranu, Zelea Codranu. Did you made it?
Well, actually, our party, the Traditionalist Worker Party, actually sells those shirts, and it's been one of our most popular shirts. And the message on it of Corneliu Codranu presents is, goes back to the Legion to know that even though our comrades have fallen, even though they have lost their lives, they have passed on, they are still here with us.